I'm old fruit.
Hello Julian, and welcome to the Jumpin Club website.
Thank you very much.
I've got the head honcho of Clooney here. I've got my list, and he's got his best shirt on, so it's good to see you, Julian.
Well, the sun's shining down the valley, so I knew you were coming.
I'm going to take my jacket off in a minute.
I should have had my Cedarview Stone King t-shirt on, actually.
That's it, well, we'll have some great gigs in here between where we'll see Julian Stone King, haven't we?
You've been just indeed one of the greatest, I would say.
Yeah,
greatest you put in.
So I just wanted to ask you about how you started off in music, because I know you came out in Newcastle, but I mean you're quite into the black roots music. I mean, did you have that sort of as a kid growing up? Did you listen to that?
Bits and bobs, really. I mean, I grew up in a village in the middle of nowhere, really. I'm in Nottingham, and as most people who grew up in Nottingham in the 70s did, listen to a lot of rock music. But then it was just from listening to the John Peel show, really. Probably Andy Kershaw as well, actually, back in the 80s.
Andy Kershaw was a great. I mean, I used to
that really started broadening my horizon.
So when you come up to Newcastle, I mean, you came up with a degree, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. When I was working here, well, I came up to do my degree in 1989, so 30 years ago.
So, I mean, that must have helped you with all the sundries and all the writers that you've got to get to try and balance the books.
Well, the old maths degree does come in handy occasionally, but what it was when I was up here doing part-time work, I used to work at Trent House,
right?
Which had an amazing jukebox actually, which broadened my mind even more. Different types of music. There's a lot of soul music on there, as I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
I worked in there when I first started as a fresh-faced young 20-year-old. And I used to DJ as well at the old World Headquarters, and I kind of discovered quite quickly that I'd like working in bars and playing records a lot better than I like going to university.
Well, you stayed doing it,
so that's why the rest is history, really. It's a very truncated summary of it, but that's kind of what happened, and then got into running bars.
Yeah, and I mean, for many years, I mean, you've been up in Newcastle and we never met. I mean, that was amazing, really. So, did you ever hear the Jumpin Club?
I did, yeah, I was well aware of it. But again, a lot of it, I think a lot of the stuff you put on, it was a source of great joy to me, actually. Because when I started working here, which was 14 years ago, and some of the stuff I heard, I never thought I'd be into country music, for instance. It just blew my mind.
Great.
And then, obviously, you and I went to Texas together for the first time about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I remember for years asking me if I fancied going, and I was like, why would I want to go to Texas? And then eventually I was like, I need a holiday, I'll go. And again, it just blew my mind, all the different sorts of music that you introduced me to, really.
Well, a lot of
it's all kind of rolled on from there, isn't it?
I mean, your music tastes were so diverse.
But they're quite worse now, actually. There's just too much. That's the only issue I have with you, Graham. You just introduced me to too much good music.
Actually, we've had some fantastic shows at the Clooney when you were in here. The first time the Jumpin Club came to Clooney was Ratty had just taken it over, and it was the first gig we put on was the Paladins. I remember doing Bob Log with you the first time Bob Log came.
Bob.
And you
the first of the 57 times he's played it.
Yeah. What was interesting with that show, guys, was he took his helmet off after the gig, and he just stood and had a drink with me and Julian at the end of the bar, and everybody's just walking past him.
Yeah, he looks like a Scooby-Doo character without his helmet on, doesn't he?
You know, the C6 Steve gig earlier on.
Legendary Clooney gig,
Yeah.
One time when I still, because of the photos on the stairs going down to Clooney too.
Yeah.
And a number of people who were like, oh, that's C16, did he play it? It's like, yeah, yes he did.
He sang a full night of songs about his dog, didn't he? So, the other crazy stuff, I mean, well, having the Hot 8 brass band here really was like, I mean, that for me blew my mind, actually, because I'd never seen them.
Oh, it's fantastic.
You had, hadn't you?
Yeah.
And
played a few times now.
Yeah. I remember having to get some tiny little mics for them. I thought, what the hell are they going to do? But I mean, that's brass bands, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just you don't think of it, do you?
Yeah, just all little small radio mics and 8 double cheeseburgers.
It's going back. It must be a decade now that we did the vintage bus stuff, didn't it? So we're taking people from the Clooney to the Central Bar in the vintage bus and back to the main Clooney for a little festival in itself. And it's a couple of artists that we put on. One being Chastity Brown, who'd never been here, and that was her first gig, and she like went back to Minneapolis and said, "Hey, them blokes at the Clooney, man, they're mental. You should see what they do." Lost a fortune, but it was a great night.
Yeah, it was mental, all right. Yeah,
That was
never make any money.
I'll tell you, Julian. When I first went to Austin, when the year before you come, people were coming to me, "How's the Clooney doing?" Because you know you're getting a bit of a reputation even before you went.
Yeah.
You know, and
I mean, it's nice when I go over there because it's such a muso's town.
Yeah.
You always get talking to people who know us.
Yeah.
And it's quite a humbling thing, really, when you think of people on 6,000, 7,000 miles away. They're aware of the Clooney. They're not aware of the. No one ever bigs up the O2 Academy or any of that.
No, don't
those sort of places, do they?
It's
We're very well thought of. In fact, a few years ago when we went, because they changed the way you can get the passes now, and we had to queue up for the conference centre all day. You needed someone with a badge to sign you in and vouch for you. So we were kind of standing in the queue going, we're going to have to approach someone and say, "Would you help us get a pass for it?" And it turns out it's the manager of a band who played here about 6 months before. "Oh yeah, we know the Clooney, no problem."
What stands out at Austin was tea time watching Lee Fields and Joe's Coffee, but just I mean them sort of things are going up to Your Dog, all the Bloodshot stuff, all the Bloodshot stuff.
It was always a classic afternoon. It's an unmissable afternoon now, isn't it?
Hooray for the Riff Raff and the Cajun band that blew our minds, and we both bought the t-shirts Lost Bio Ramblers. I mean,
I found that. They were great.
Aye,
That was in New Orleans afternoon.
I mean, luckily, Julian, we between we've brought a lot of people from Austin, Texas, haven't we?
I mean, absolutely.
It's culturally. I mean, I don't want to big the Clooney up, but I mean,
don't be shy with him.
Julian does, he's open-minded to everything he puts on, and culturally, that really helps Newcastle and the area because he's got an open book, and it's his pub, so. He's got to you've got the shirt off your back when you do every gig.
That's but
it's for the love of music as well.
It's entirely for the love of music. Certainly not to get rich, and it's a pleasure to be able to do this sort of thing for a living, really.
Yeah, not just a pleasure. It's a lot of hard work.
Don't get me wrong. But I absolutely love it. I'll never change it for the world.
You turned the Clooney 2 into a completely different vibe now, hasn't it? It's took you 2 years, but I mean, it's there now, wasn't it?
The thing is, what we're going to be doing is you'll see small improvements over it's a marathon, not sprint, as the old cliche goes. But we've got a 17-year lease, we're 2 years into it, so there's another 15 years to go.
I've heard on the Sadie's gig, which I'll play a clip of in a minute, a lady came down the stairs who flew in from Switzerland, and she said she picked out the Clooney 2 gig as the gig to go to because she'd been here before.
Wow.
And she knew it would be fantastic. So we'll have a clip of this series, but one thing I'll have to say, Julian, is hopefully within that 17-year period Nottingham Forest will get in the Premiership.
Well, you never know, it's been 20 years since it happened, mate, so stranger things have happened, me old friend.
Fingers crossed.
Yes, it's alright. I got it good.